Pooh. Come on.
Come on in. Come on in now. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah. I am so glad that you guys came back tonight so that we can beat KJ's detectives. Welcome, Patricia Blair. Hey, Archangel. Welcome to all the ones in the back that are not speaking. I need everybody to share the live so that people can know that we are here tonight. Please share the live. We're gonna just listen to this music until a little more people come in. Hey, William, welcome. Everybody share the live. When the story got holes, the questions run deep. Let the truth speak. Let the truth rise. Just don't sleep. Yeah. Salute. To our co-host, Mr. J. Young 9. Let the world see. Everybody share the live. We're waiting on others to come in. We still want the truth. Salute, Joshua. Oh, I will. When it's time to talk, baby, I'll turn the music down. What is up? Right now, we're just waiting on people to come in, okay? And welcome, Joshua. I'm so glad to see you here. Hey, Lee Hop. Hey, baby. Good to see you. Shout out to everybody that's in the bushes as well. Everybody that hasn't been here before. The music that you're listening to is music that I wrote and created. Hey, Teflon Don 40, what are you talking about? Who's a Kamala voter? Dude, I'm not into politics. Don't start trolling because we got moderators in here that'll get you out of here real quick. Right? Archangel Michael or Patricia Blair, come on. Hey, Melody, welcome. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. We are ready to get back into the crime scene photos. We are ready to become detectives. We really appreciate everybody that's in the room. Who else is in here? Hey, Rhonda. Justice for Kendrick Johnson, that's right. Hey, Sylvia Cox, welcome. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We are getting ready to get back into the evidence. KJ's detectives. So let me go ahead and switch the music until our little peaceful, emotional music that we have in the background when we just talking. But everybody, welcome J9, the co-host in the building. J9 has been close to Miss Jackie Johnson for 13 years? I can't hear you.
Do you hear me now?
I can hear you now. How long have you been close with the Johnsons? I know you went to protest. You've been down there to support them for many years. She really like looks to you for a lot. So that's great. Welcome Melissa Minor. Welcome OJ Simpson. Welcome Quentin Lester. And thank you so much, Tawana. I appreciate you. It's my pleasure because this kid could have been my kid, any of our kids. Truly, Kendrick Johnson, when this thing is solved, no matter what these people in the comments may or may not say, it's going to change a lot across the world. What you think, Jay?
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely
I
gonna
think
change.
so as well. I think so as well. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be amazing when we solve this case. We've already solved it. We know what happened, but you know what I mean. They need to let the evidence speak, right? Right? Yes. Auntie, you make me a mod and I don't know what to do. Archangel, if you in here, can you please assist Patricia? She's the baby. You a senior right now. Hey, Mary A, salute. Thank you.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yay, yes. Thank you to everybody that decided to come back tonight. We're going to start it off with a video. I have a few of them, but I know that we like to also go through the crime scene photos together and the evidence and become detectives and go on, field trips. So we'll get time for that as well. That's right, Tawana. We already know what happened. We know what happened.
That's fast.
Right. We just need the spirit of fear to be lifted off of Valdosta. We need the judges to stop playing this technicality games with the lawsuit and just let the evidence speak. We got the evidence. And one thing I wanted to correct from last night when we were all being detectives, that blue book, and I've already corrected it on the status, and they trying to make such a big deal out of it just because we may have made the name of the book, we may have misinterpreted the name of the publisher of the book versus the name on the book, does not change our questions. We still want to know whose book is it?
Hey, it might not be Hope, but it's somebody's.
It's somebody's book. You know what I'm saying? You still need to answer the questions. Did you test it for DNA? Right? We know it wasn't Kendrick's because he didn't walk. Come on.
They want to hop on. They want to hop on that.
Right.
Why y'all didn't hop on the fact that who book it is? You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And here's the thing about Auntie Leah. I'm not going to try to hide something and act like I didn't make a mistake. I'm going to own up to it. I'm not even going to edit the status to take out the mistake. What I'm going to do is put on the status the correction and move on. Because what I want to be is transparent. And what I want people to know is, yes, we all are human. And we will make mistakes. But what we're not doing is we're not going to try to put out misinformation. And we're not going to try to hide our mistakes like the cover up. Allegedly, like Lowndes County, like the medical examiner, Dr. Gaffney. We're not going to do that. If we make one, we're going to say we make one, we're going to keep it rolling. Right?
That's all they doing, being petty and missing.
That's all. They grasping for straws. That's all they doing. And we don't care. Go ahead.
But when we throw them unanswered questions that haven't been answered in these
right.
years, they don't know what to say.
Don't know what to say. Right.
This. Come on, bro. Y'all,
right.
the stuff that y'all dishing out, y'all don't even have the proof of it.
Right. Make it make sense. And they're windmilling in the comments. Just windmilling. I ain't got time for. And you're anonymous on top of that. How you gonna be?
That's why, man. That's why, man. Somebody was like, on that same page, somebody was like, ain't y'all tired of these the anonymous pages?
Right.
I say I'm tired of it because they like to talk trash behind it. Like, bro,
right.
Don't do that. You gonna do that, man? Do it with your chest.
Exactly. Pop your stuff like we do. Hey,
man.
Mr. Robinson. So glad, or Mrs. Robinson. Thank you so much. We're discussing the case of Kendrick Johnson. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We honor you. We thank you. We thank everybody that's here.
I thought that stuff all raggedy.
What you say? They got some nerve. Listen, we don't got time for that. But let's go back to Mr. Robinson. We're discussing the case of Kendrick Johnson. He is the 17-year-old kid that allegedly but well, we don't believe it. We know that he did not fall inside of a gym mat and pass away of positional asphyxia. That's who we are speaking on tonight. Hello, Quentin. That's right, Quentin. We definitely need to know where those organs went too. Answer the important question. You trying to nitpick on a blue book, and you still can't answer the questions that we
Right.
had about the blue book. Go straight to HEL double hockey stick.
That's serious.
Okay,
Serious. Like waiting on them handcuffs.
listen, right, and they're gonna be in handcuffs, in orange jumpsuits, whatever color the suits are in Valdosta, Georgia, or Lowndes County. It's inevitable. They know it. That's why they got these fake accounts and these trolls out here windmilling in the comments. You know, just crazy work. Can't even they can't even use their real name. Anonymous. What I look like arguing with Anonymous? You need to argue with yourself. Who are you, sir? You arguing with yourself. You don't know who you are. So why would I argue with you? But anyway, guys, let's get to the video real quick. We got one video, then we're gonna stop. We're gonna have our please put your questions in the comments.
Give me 1 second. I'm about to I forgot to go share it on my page. Hold on.
Go ahead. Let me cut the background music down. Let's go ahead and get into what we came to do, which is to discuss justice for Kendrick Johnson. Now, some of you may have seen this already if you're on my Facebook page, but we need to break it down. So here we are.
There is something important that needs to be understood when we talk about justice, accountability, and forgiveness. Forgiveness is a spiritual matter. Forgiveness is between a person and God. But forgiveness does not erase the truth, and forgiveness does not replace accountability. Across faith traditions, repentance is not simply saying the words, God, forgive me. True repentance requires something deeper. It requires honesty. It requires confession. It requires taking responsibility for what has been done. In many teachings, repentance begins with truth. Without truth, there can be no real confession. Without confession, there can be no true repentance. And without repentance, forgiveness becomes nothing more than empty words. That principle matters when we talk about the death of Kendrick Johnson, because if anyone truly knows what happened to Kendrick Johnson inside that gym, they may believe they can ask God for forgiveness and move forward with their lives. But forgiveness from God does not erase the need for truth here on earth. Justice in this world still requires evidence. Justice still requires answers. Justice still requires accountability. And that is why the evidence matters so much in this case. The investigative files, the autopsy reports, the forensic contradictions, the witness statements, the documents that have surfaced over the years. Evidence does not pray. Evidence does not speak through emotion. Evidence simply tells the story of what happened. But that story can only be heard if it is allowed to be examined. If someone truly knows the truth about what happened to Kendrick Johnson, then the path toward forgiveness begins with honesty. It begins with confession. And it begins with allowing the truth to be revealed, because real repentance does not hide from the evidence. Real repentance does not run from accountability. Real repentance brings the truth into the light, which is why we are once again asking those in positions of authority to do the right thing, to the court, to the judge who has the authority to allow evidence to be examined, to the members of the Georgia State Senate, to the members of the Georgia House of Representatives. We ask one simple thing: let the evidence speak. If the investigation was conducted properly, the evidence will show it. If the conclusions reached in this case were correct, the evidence will confirm it. But if there are contradictions, unanswered questions, or evidence that has never been fully examined, then the people deserve to know that as well. Because justice is never threatened by evidence. Truth is never afraid of transparency. And when a 17-year-old young man lost his life under circumstances that continue to raise questions, more than a decade later, the path forward should not be silence. The path forward should not be legal barriers. The path forward should be truth. So today, the message is simple. Forgiveness may belong to God, but justice belongs to the truth. And in the Kendrick Johnson case, It is time for the truth to be heard. Let the evidence speak. Justice for Kendrick Johnson is coming. Justice for Kendrick Johnson is inevitable. KJ's army will not stop until justice is served.
13 years. And the question still echo through that gym.
I already apologize
Not
for the
rumors.
AI video
Not opinions.
photos.
Evidence. Let the evidence speak. Wrote a mad in the quiet gym floor. 17 years old and the truth once more. They said accident closed the door quick, but the paperwork started showing cracks in the script. Autopsy report said nothing to see, but another doctor said something different to me. Bruising in the neck where pressure shouldn't be. Now the questions keep knocking like truth wants to keep. They say sovereign immunity blocks the gate, but justice don't bend just because you're the state. Evidence don't lie, it just waits in the light for somebody brave enough to read it right. Let the evidence speak. Don't silence the truth. Every file, every record, every lie, every proof. Let the evidence speak. Let the people all see. Justice ain't afraid of transparency. Let the evidence speak. No more shadows and leaks. If the truth stands strong, let the evidence speak. Let the evidence speak. No more shadows and leaks. If the truth stands strong, let the evidence speak. Visceral gone and the story changed twice. Reach confusion that don't sound right. A trained investigator knows the difference clear. Organs and eye fluid don't disappear. Two autopsies telling two different tales. One said accident, the other one yells. Blunt force trauma ringing at alarm bells, but the system built walls where the evidence fell. Gym cameras broken and the man stood tall. Students fighting in the gym, nobody watching at all. Bullying caught on the cafeteria screen, but they say the system ran safe and clean. Truth don't sleep and the truth don't hide. Even paperwork speaks when you read between lines. And every contradiction leaves a mark in the case like fingerprints. Truth can't erase. Let the evidence speak. Don't silence the truth. Every file, every record, every lie, every proof. Let the evidence speak. Let the people all see. Justice ain't afraid of transparency. Let the evidence speak. No more shadows and leaks. If the truth stands strong, let the evidence speak. Let the evidence speak. No more shadows and leaks. If the truth stands strong, let the evidence speak. This isn't about rumors. This isn't about theories. This is about the evidence. The autopsy reports, the Beedra files, the swore testimony, the contradictions. Justice doesn't fear evidence. Only those hiding from the truth do. Final verse. So open the files and unlock the door. Truth don't weaken when you ask for more. If the system stands solid, it won't collapse. But justice can't breathe under legal traps. Sovereign shields and courtroom games. Don't erase questions, don't erase names. 17 years old, still calling the truth. From the pages where the evidence speaks for proof. Let the evidence speak. No fear.
Hey,
No silence.
hey, Theo.
No cover.
Welcome. Hey, guys, I've dropped the link in the comments. So if anybody wants to come up on the panel, you guys know that you are more than welcome to come up on the panel. Auntie is not the type that wants the spotlight. I want all of KJ's army to be a part of this. Thank you so much, Ruth Doss. I do actually write these songs, but I use an AI tool to produce the songs because I don't have a band, of course. I can sing a little bit. I can't sing, but I can sing. And I can play the keyboard. So a lot of how I create it is I play my melody on my keyboard, upload it to this AI tool, upload my words, and then tell the app what type of song I want to write, and it comes out. So yes. Thank you so much, guys. All right. J9 is back in the building. So that video basically was about them hindering the evidence in court. I think that we spoke a little bit about that the other day. Them hindering it in court, just trying to find legal technicalities so that they can dismiss the lawsuit. But lo and behold, first of all, the Johnsons appealed, the dismissal too. They sued the judges. They sued the judges that are doing this to them. So kudos to the Johnsons. Anybody have any questions right now? I did see some questions.
I
Let's
did
go
too.
back up.
I seen a lot of them.
Okay, let's take a look. Manny, I think you
See,
were the first
Betty J.
question.
Berry got a bunch of them, baby.
Yeah. So, could it be possible if the Johnsons can sue each company or business one by one? Would that possibly work? Because then others couldn't deny facts that could lead to them being arrested and sued next. I'm not really 100% sure. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't want to give any type of legal advice. I mean, I guess it's possible. What you think, Jay?
I feel like, I understand that question.
Mhm.
Me personally, that would be a route that I probably would take, because it's certain, just like you say, certain businesses and companies, um they have Johnson them got them dead to the wrong.
Mhm.
Specifically the school.
Right.
It's nowhere around them getting out of that. Like,
Right.
school is supposed to be safe for kids, and first of all, y'all got cameras
Mhm.
that's not working, and all this. That, I mean, that's not safe. And behind that, someone got something happened, allegedly got murdered,
Right.
and y'all don't even have the footage to even, what I'm
Back it
saying,
up.
so back it up. So I feel like it was nowhere around that. That got done on school, in school hours at that. So
Mhm.
you cannot back down. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. And just like it's the organs,
Right.
like we really can't pinpoint who, what I'm saying,
Mhm.
if it arrived there, or when it was gone. We can't pinpoint exactly who,
Mhm.
because everybody pointing fingers at each other.
Right. Right. Right.
But if we can find out that, that's a big lawsuit
Right.
on whoever particular, what I'm saying, what's the cause of that, his organs being misplaced, or however they did to destroy it, however they did it. That's a
Mhm.
big lawsuit.
Right.
Um, so
Right.
so so I agree. I think I would rather go individually and
One
knock them
by
out
one.
one by one. Yeah, because like once you try to get all of them in one thing, you got to have evidence on everybody, and we just don't have that right now.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Most definitely. Well, read her next question, if you will.
Okay. The next question. Also, could you talk more about the cheerleaders who claim to have found him when we know that's a lie, of course?
Yes. 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 The cheerleaders are the children or daughters of this school superintendent, Mr. West Taylor. So the fact that the school superintendent's bougie decided to climb on dirty mats, you know what I'm saying, and call themselves laying down, two sisters, and all of a sudden, whoo, icy legs and socks, that we do not believe that was a coincidence.
Right.
We believe there was a meeting on January the 10th or the early morning of January the 11th, and the seven students that were held in the room together, you're not ever supposed to hold them together. That's policing one on one. We see it all the time. And where they separate witnesses, right? Don't we see that? They never allow witnesses to stay together in one room so they can get their story straight. All I know is, and I know that you had a question. You said if you wanted to know if they dated Clay Griffiths. That's possible, but I haven't found any evidence of that. Maybe we can put you on that job. You find that, Manny. Because, like I've been saying from the beginning, I can't do this by myself, right? Jay works a full-time job during the day. I work a full-time job during the day. I couldn't even post nothing about our son. KJ is our son today because I was so busy at work. It's going to take every last one of us to tackle whatever. So Manny, I'm going to give you that assignment. Can you find the connection? I'm not sure. The names of the girls are Lori and Lena Taylor. So Lori, Lena Taylor. Let's see if we can find a connection so we can answer that question tomorrow or the next day. Okay. All right. Ruth Ross. They murdered that child and covers it up. We all know that they've been killing us and hiding things for centuries. Will lie on us and have us sent to prison. These are true demons. Don't let them rest. Kendrick. Justice for Kendrick Johnson. I agree 100%. Let me see who else has a question. Yep, nobody's above the law. The lies will not stand for truth. Will come. Amen. Let me see. Beautiful song. Thank you. All right. All the music that you actually hear on this channel is something that I have written. I believe it's possible. Drop your questions in the comments. Yeah, I agree. Could Kendrick family get help from the Colin Kaepernick Foundation? It's worth a try. I say it is worth a try. I cannot say definitively if they have or have not sought out help from that foundation. They are just they're fighters. Just put it that way. I agree, because then once people get sued, they will probably be mad enough and then start talking because they're not going to want to be the only ones held accountable. I agree. Yes, Auntie Leah, facts. Investigation 101. You got to separate ASAP before a story can be concocted. That's correct. And I always have found that odd that in the investigative narrative report that it says the students were put together in one classroom. And why was it only 7 students when the gym had 30 to 40 students? Make that make sense. The gym had 30 to 40 students in the gym at the time that they discovered the body of Kendrick Johnson. Why those 7 students that are allegedly friends of the Bell family? I thought the girl who was talking on the news she was there. Courtney Green is her name. I thought the girl that was talking on the news that had the blonde, straight, thin hair. I thought there was a photo of her and Clayton hugging up. That is Courtney Green. Courtney Green is not the one who initially found, allegedly, Kendrick's body in the mat. That's Lori and Lena Taylor. And I also heard it was also the girl who put the tweet out that some people want me to take back, but I can't take back yet because I have not confirmed that they didn't go back and correct those tweets after they realized their mistakes, because I can't fathom. It's Cameron Farmer. She was there as well. I can't fathom a person on the West Coast going to their particular pages and screenshotting their tweets. So that doesn't make sense to me. So if I can't reconcile every discrepancy, then I don't believe it. So I won't take that tweet down because I can't reconcile it. Point blank. But that was Cameron. What was her name? Cameron Farmer, like a farm. She was also one of the girls that found Kendrick Johnson that sent that tweet out.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right. Yes. The Taylor girls were the first. They were the first. All right, guys, please drop your comments or questions in the. Hold on, we're gonna watch another video real quick. In this video, I'm pretty sure some people have seen it. I feel as though Ryan Hall may be the weakest link to solving this case. He was allegedly there, and he helped and allegedly helped in putting KJ in the mat, but he wasn't actually the one who did the murking of Kendrick Johnson. That was Brian Bell. Um, and what he said was is that he was threatened by the Bell's family allegedly, in that he was scared that they was going to ruin his family, ruin his life, so he shut up. So I feel like that Ryan Hall is the weakest link, and I'm gonna tell you why. Ryan Hall recently lost his mother, Rhonda Hall, who was following me, by the way. She was following the story, by the way. You know, that's kind of odd, but she was one of my followers. She passed away, and then I heard allegedly that that his wife, Missy Hall, also left him recently, about 30 days ago. So he's going through a lot, right? And I just believe that he may be the one that can speak up. So let's watch a little video that we put together about him. Some of you guys have already seen it, but this is a plea to Ryan Hall, because we want witnesses to come forward again. Don't be afraid. We need the evidence to speak. We need the spirit of fear to be lifted off Valdosta. So let's just take a look at this.
Hall, I want to speak to you directly for a moment, not with anger, not with threats, but with something much more powerful, a plea. For years, your name has surfaced in sworn statements connected to the death of Kendrick Johnson. Not rumors, not gossip, but sworn testimony. In the sworn declaration of Ryan Domek Hernandez, signed under penalty of perjury, it states that Brandon Bell allegedly told him that a confrontation occurred in the gym involving Brian Bell, Kendrick Johnson, and that you were present during that incident. According to that declaration, Brandon Bell allegedly claimed that Brian Bell struck Kendrick Johnson with a 45-pound weight or dumbbell during the altercation. That statement has existed in the public record for years, and now something else has come to light. While reviewing the crime scene photographs from the gym, researchers noticed something that raised serious questions. A 45-pound weight visible in the gym area outside the official weight room. And in those photos, the edge of that weight appears to show a dark red substance along the rim of the plate, the same type of weight referenced in the sworn declaration. Now that discovery alone does not answer every question, but it does raise one, because when a sworn affidavit references a 45-pound weight and a 45-pound weight appears in crime scene photos near the area where Kendrick Johnson was found, the public naturally begins asking questions. And those questions have not disappeared in 13 years. Ryan, there is also the sworn deposition of Aaliyah Griffin, taken under oath. In that deposition, she testified that you allegedly sent her a text message stating that Brian Bell had killed Kendrick Johnson. Those words exist in sworn testimony. They have been read by investigators, attorneys, and the public, and because they exist, they continue to echo through this case. Ryan, I have also heard that you once said you tried to put this situation behind you, that you prayed and asked God to forgive you because you have a family now. But if you truly believe in God, then you already know something about forgiveness. The Bible speaks very clearly about truth. In John 8:32 it says, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Freedom does not come from silence. Freedom comes from truth. Scripture also says in Psalm 32:3-5, "When I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my roaring all the day long. I acknowledged my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin." The Bible teaches that silence carries a heavy burden, but truth brings relief. In Proverbs 28:13, it says, "He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy." And in James 5:16, scripture tells us, "Confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed." Ryan, Healing does not come from burying the past. Healing comes when the truth is finally spoken. I recently heard that your wife, Missy, allegedly left. If that is true, that is a painful loss. But I want you to think about something. For 13 years, the Johnson family has lived with a loss that never goes away. They lost their son, and they have spent every day since then trying to understand what truly happened to him inside that gym. Imagine carrying that pain for over a decade. Ryan, sometimes the person who may have had the least involvement is the very person who can finally break the silence. The first person who speaks the truth is often the one who finally releases everyone else from the burden of secrecy. If you know anything about what happened to Kendrick Johnson, if you have carried something inside you for 13 years, now is the time to speak. Not for me, not for the internet, but for your own soul, because guilt has a way of following people until the truth finally confronts it. Ryan, this message is not an attack, it is an olive branch. If you know anything about what happened to Kendrick Johnson, now is the moment to come forward, because the Bible already told us the path to freedom, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. For Kendrick, for the Johnson family, and for your own peace. Ryan, before I end this message, I want to acknowledge something human. I understand that you recently lost your mother, Rhonda Hall. Losing a parent is a pain that changes a person's life forever. So, first, I want to say this with sincerity. Rest in peace, Rhonda Hall. Ryan, if there has ever been fear in your life connected to this case, if you have ever felt pressure, intimidation, or the weight of other people's expectations, I want you to know something. Fear does not have to control your life anymore. Sometimes, the person who carried the smallest piece of the story ends up carrying the heaviest burden for the longest time. And sometimes, that burden becomes so heavy that it begins to affect everything: your peace, your family, your future. But the truth has a way of lifting that weight. If you know anything about what happened on January 10th, 2013, inside that gym at Lowndes High School, you do not have to carry it alone anymore. No one should live their life trapped in fear, and no one should carry a burden that truth could finally release. The Johnson family has spent 13 years searching for answers about what happened to Kendrick. If there is anything you know that could help them understand the truth, now is the moment to reclaim your life. Now is the moment to step out of fear. Now is the moment to speak, because the truth does not destroy a person. The truth sets them free. Justice for Kendrick Johnson is coming. KJ's army will not stop until justice is served. Let the evidence speak.
So I have somebody in the comments by the name of It's Little Toilet. Well, you know what? Your name alone doesn't even deserve a response to the bullshit that you're talking about, sir.
Let me see.
Because we're not using God's word to fit our narrative or our will. God's word is God's word. And you cannot ask for forgiveness and think that you can't pay, that you don't have to pay for the sin that you are committed if it's against the law. True repentance is, yes, confessing my sins to God, and yes, also going before the law and saying, hey, I lied, I did this, do that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And going before the court and accepting whatever punishment the law deems fit to put down on you. So don't come in here gaslighting. Because moderators, I need you to get Little Toilet, which is a horrible name, but accurate, out of here. We don't have time for distractions or deflections. All right. So let's get to the true questions that we have. Let's see. So Quentin wants to know if he gave that statement, that alone should have been enough to investigate farther. But for some reason, they didn't want to. You're right. What is that reason, Lowndes County? What is that reason, Sheriff Chris Prime? What is that reason, current Sheriff Ashley Park, that Every witness that came forth, you put in extra effort to discredit them instead of investigating the statement. Why is that? Nephew, you got anything to say about that?
Hold on. Oh, I thought my junk. I don't know what's going on. Right?
Quentin, I'm not sure if Ryan Hall is still in Valdosta, but I know that he's in the surrounding areas. He does own a construction company. I do know that. But I also know that this young man is wrestling with depression. He had to be. His wife left him. He told a source that he's not going to come forward unless he's subpoenaed because he started a new life. He has a family. He's asked God to forgive him. That's not enough.
Mm-mm.
That's not enough. If you truly want to be free, Ryan Hall, you have to confess on your part, in your part, or the part that you played in the Kendrick Johnson situation. Okay, so Teresa said last record of him being in jail was from North Carolina, March 2025. I think you're speaking of Ryan Domek Hernandez Hall. I mean, not Hall.
Yeah.
Ryan Anthony Domek Hernandez. I'm speaking of Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall is the person that Brandon Bell told Ryan Anthony Hernandez that was there, witness, Brian Bell allegedly going into road rage and hitting Kendrick on, you know, with the weight, 45-pound weight. And he helped put him in the mat. So he helped cover up, conceal the body, basically.
Mhm.
So tampering with the body, right? But not actually participating in the death. I don't know about nobody else, but if I was him, I told 13 years ago and got my little punishment after. I actually probably wouldn't have even been punished. But he was terrified. He was threatened, allegedly by the Bell family.
And
You guys,
he could have had kept the proof of that right now,
right,
and they probably wouldn't did nothing. They probably wouldn't did nothing to him, especially if he
right.
testified on them and stuff like that.
But there's a pattern, nephew. There's a pattern of people coming forth telling the truth and then them being intimidated, them being threatened, them making taking their statements and making them recant. They threw Ryan Domek Hernandez in jail for 11 months with no bail for trespassing. What? You was put in jail for trespassing and held for no bail. That's when he recanted. They was gonna play these legal games and not let him out. But he passed his polygraph test though. When Ash Pertino from the Ashes to Ash podcast said he was lying, Ryan called in and said, "I'm not lying. I'll take a polygraph test." And he went down and he took his polygraph test and he passed it. And you know what? That lady never did another series after that because she didn't even know where to go because she was allegedly paid, to put the accident narrative out there in the atmosphere, if you will, under the guise of wanting to solve the case and befriend the Johnsons. Mid-series, she turned on them, accused the Johnsons of exploiting Kendrick's death for monetary purposes, which we know is not true. Any mother or dad would rather have their kid than money. So that was a lie, right? But he passed his polygraph test. So Ash, she didn't know where to go. She actually was flabbergasted. She said, I believe him. I believe the lie detector test. He passed it. He was telling the truth. Brandon Bell has been reportedly back in the day drunk at parties, telling everybody this story. How Kendrick Johnson passed. But the laws, due to the cover up allegedly, they didn't take, they wasn't going to put it out there. The recording, we know who that is. Allegedly, that's Brandon Bell, allegedly. We know that. Have you guys ever heard the recording? The recorded confession. If you have not heard the recorded confession, please put a 1 in the chat. If you have, put a 2 in the chat because we need to listen to that if you haven't heard it. Let's answer Bridget's question. You want to go ahead and do that, nephew?
Say who question?
Bridget Smith, it's on the screen.
Oh, can all of the new evidence or all the new discrepancies be presented to those same news stations that previously reported on the case? Previously, news channels were given some false statements, but there's no information that wasn't necessarily discovered at the time of those reports. So again, can the news reporters get updated now on all of this new information? It can. That's very much possible. Like, and and we always talk about that. Like now,
Right.
it's so much other information we have discovered that will shine more light onto the case, and it actually it would do good because it's overwhelming now. We got it's an overload of stuff that's been brought forward and stuff like that that can be put out into the world. But I ain't gonna lie, like right now, I feel like what's more important is really just the world know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The world know, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's more important right now to try to get this into the law.
Oh,
Anyways,
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. This is the
should have
recording.
never done that shit to him, man.
I'm so sorry, nephew.
Yeah, all right.
I was young and stupid, man. Kendrick didn't deserve it. They're gonna catch me, man. Anyways, should have never done that shit to him, man. I was young and stupid, man. Kendrick didn't deserve it.
Brian, shut the hell up. No,
They're
Brandon,
gonna
shut the
catch
hell
me,
up.
man.
Okay, so in the recording, we'll listen to it again, guys. I don't know how to stop this from playing.
I was wondering why you never could pause it.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was going to play. All I did was upload it, so I had no idea that it was going to play or anything. But you guys heard the confession.
I thought you were
Right?
gonna play. I really wanted you to play the one that had the interview, and then
I'm
they
going to
play.
play that next. Yeah. So let's listen.
You remember you had it together, so they can actually go like neck to neck, so you can actually hear it.
Right. Okay. Let's see if we can find that one.
You remember the one I'm talking about?
I do. Let's see if we can find that one. You can tell allegedly that both voices belong to Brandon Bell. Brandon is the one that's saying allegedly, guys, that I should have never done this, man. Kendra didn't deserve it. And you hear Brian in the background allegedly saying, Brandon, shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what nobody say. You feel me? We don't care what nobody say. That's exactly what we heard. Let me see. All right, hold on a second, guys. I'm going to go. And I'm going to find it. Hold on a second. It's going to take me a minute, okay?
Uh-huh.
Just listen to that while I go find it.
Is the case closed? If not, why they won't let the other evidence in? Wow.
17 years old, walk through them school doors.
Right.
January 10th, nobody knew it wasn't store. Bell rings loud, hallway echoes through the day. But a mother's worst nightmare was already on the way.
The case is closed, but if you the sheriff department does try to lie and say
something wasn't right there. Feet in the open, that silence in the room. Young life gone
it's a cold case, basically.
Right.
Reports start writing, prints start moving fast, but the questions start rising when you study.
Quentin must have the right officials heard that recording.
Yep.
But the autopsy conclusion said trauma wasn't seen. Truth don't hide, truth don't sleep. When the story got holes, the questions run deep. Let the truth speak.
All right, we're following some breaking news in the Kendrick Johnson case. This was the young man found dead in a rolled-up gym mat at his high school. Victor Blackwell, CNN correspondent who's been covering the story, joins me and Mike here. And this is a huge development involving a potential confession.
Yes, this is an email. Essentially, you go to the Lowndes
This is about the email, guys.
website, and you click anonymous tip, and you can send in the information. I have the message right here. I'm going to actually, for the first time, read portions of it.
I'm looking for the one that I
writer,
put the voices
says
together.
That 2 students, we're not going to name them because no one has been named a suspect and they're minors, but it says these 2 students met KJ and killed him. And then it goes on to say that one of the students has been heard admitting to killing KJ more than once over the phone. Now, again, this person does not even claim to have heard the confession, him or herself. But it's big. This is a development because of all the tips and all the comments that have come in through that website, and we know there have been many because we have them, we requested them, this is the first time since the sheriff's office closed its investigation in May that it is actively looking into a tip.
So the sheriff's office is now looking at it. They're the ones closed case. This was an accidental death.
Yes.
Right? Not the FBI.
Not the FBI.
No. Interesting.
This is the sheriff's office.
That's very big. Now, what steps are they taking now? First, they've got to figure out who sent the email, right?
Yes. Well, what they've done is they've asked the DA, J. David Miller, there in the Southern District of Georgia, to issue a subpoena, and they have to a communications company to get the sender's information, the address, the phone number, the service name, all of that to find out who sent the email. The second thing, this message came in on January 27th. On the 28th, of the 4 students who were named in this message, Lowndes County investigators went out to interview 2 of them. Now, the 2 students, they acknowledged they knew Kendrick Johnson, but they, of course, denied any involvement in his death.
Now, have these 2 names come up in the investigation before?
These 2 names have come up before.
Interesting.
Now, do they have lawyers? Do we know?
We do not know if they have lawyers. There's no mention in the incident reports of attorneys being there, but there are members of the family there. Of course, when you're interviewing minors, you have the parents there, you have the guardian there. But we do know that the parents were there and they were interviewed. Now, there's no mention, there's no indication whether the investigators went to even try to speak with the other 2 students who were mentioned in the statement.
Now, but it also could be an investigative process. You know, they interview 2 and then wait to see what happens with the other 2, if there's any communication. So that's a good possibility of that, too.
And is there anything specific about the way in which they allege he was killed?
Well, there are specifics here, but we're not going to release those because we know this investigation continues. But there's one thing that I think is pretty important here, and Mike and I talked about this just before we came on air. You know, when we looked over the police reports from the original investigation, there were more than 100 interviews. Right. The lion's share of those happened 3 months after Kendrick Johnson was found dead in that mat. This happened the very next day. And I don't know if I can glean anything from that, but of all the tips that came in and all the ones that they, I guess, did not determine were credible, this they hit the very next day.
And how about Kendrick's parents? Their reaction to this?
Well, they're hopeful. I mean, they say that every time there's a new set of eyes on this case, that they're looking forward to a day that they get the justice they believe they deserve by someone being arrested. But Kendrick Johnson's father, Kenneth Johnson, told me they won't feel anything until there is an arrest. All this is good, and it brings them hope, but they want to see someone arrested for their son's death.
What's the bottom line you're taking from all this, Mike?
I think the investigation, this could possibly, if it's credible, move the investigation forward. And it's interesting, the Lowndes Sheriff's Department is handling this in a timely fashion, but also you've got the FBI who's also looking at this case, and maybe that's the impetus why they went ahead and did the interview the next day of at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let me see. Let's try to, okay, I'm in the wrong section. I'm still looking for that video where I put them side by side. I don't remember what I named it. That's the problem, why I can't find it. But please, let's listen to this again. I want you to listen to the voice.
Anyways, I should have never done that shit to him, man. I was young and stupid, man. Kendrick didn't deserve it.
Brandon, shut the hell up. Brandon, shut the hell up.
They're gonna catch me, man.
They're gonna catch me, Brian.
Anyways,
I should have never done that.
I should have never done that shit to him, man.
Brandon, shut the hell up.
I was young and stupid, man. Kendrick didn't deserve it.
I was young and stupid. Brandon, shut the hell up. Brandon, shut the hell up.
They're gonna catch me, man.
They're gonna catch me, Brian. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear? Brandon, shut the hell up. They're gonna catch me, Brian. Did you guys hear what I just heard? Nephew, did you hear what I just heard? Is that what he said?
Man, I done listened to that recording about 100 times.
Man, let's find a video where you can hear his voice and you can compare it.
The interview.
Let's go. We're gonna find it, guys. Hold on. Auntie got y'all. But I just don't remember what I named it.
I liked that one because it was back to back, and they would have it like once you hear the first voice, and once it transacts into the other video, the first video will be stuck in your head, so you be like, okay, boom, and it goes right along with it. That's why I want the side by side one.
Let's go.
Headquarters in DeKalb County with these exclusive interviews. Mark.
All right, what the hell?
And at last check, this case remained a focus of federal investigation. But we are outside the FBI's Atlanta field office because that is where Agent Rick Bell was assigned, and both his sons are the subject of target letters from a federal prosecutor. And now we hear from them at last.
I'm going to ask my photographer to push in tight on your face.
Okay. Your lying ass.
Our viewers can read your expression. Did you have anything to do with the death of Kendrick Johnson?
No. He was like one of my good friends.
Even at the time of his death?
Even at the time of his death.
You know, every word we broadcast of this is going to be scrutinized by the blogosphere, the Twittersphere,
this is Brandon.
Listen
to his voice.
Yes, sir. It should be. And I want everybody to know the truth. And I mean, they can ridicule me and they can say whatever they want, but in the end, the truth will prevail. And
that's him right now.
No, this sounds just like him, nephew.
And always
it's
him.
Innocent.
We've just heard what family attorneys acknowledge. Sheriff's deputies, the GBI, and a federal grand jury have not heard. Brothers Brian and Brandon Bell answering questions, no holds barred, about the mysterious death of Kendrick Johnson in 2013.
He was the laughter of our house. He was the joy of our house, and he gives us strength to keep fighting.
The Lowndes County Sheriff says after a thorough investigation, his office agrees with the state medical examiner that Johnson's death was an accident due to positional asphyxia, that he wedged himself in a rolled-up gym mat trying to reach a shoe and could not get out. But Kendrick Johnson's mom takes issue with that.
Are you more convinced today than ever that KJ was a victim of foul play?
No doubt.
And with some of what the Bells say.
No, they weren't friends.
And in a lawsuit, Johnson's parents allege a group, including the Bell brothers, sons of an FBI agent, violently assaulted their son, leading to his death.
None of the allegations that were made were without research.
But both Bells maintain they have rock-solid alibis.
Did you see Kendrick Johnson?
No, sir, not at any point during that day.
Where were you?
I was in class. First block, second block, third block, and fourth block.
Yeah, okay. Why are you looking
Close
over to the
gym?
side? Liar.
No.
Did you see Kendrick that day?
No. I did not.
The suit suggests the brothers sought revenge for a brief fight between Brian and Kendrick on a team bus.
A year before, I mean,
what was
we're
that
still
about,
friends.
anyway?
So I can't even remember. I mean, it was so small to us, like it was ridiculous.
Your brother had a football scholarship offered to FSU.
Yes, sir, he did.
They pulled it back.
On signing day.
So how low did you get?
To the lowest you can go.
Letters from the Macon U.S. Attorney's Office suggest both Bells are targets of grand jury investigation. The letters suggest possible civil rights violations.
My objective is
absolutely, Betty,
to only get justice for my son.
Have you prayed for the Johnsons?
Yes, sir.
You ain't prayed.
I hope that they found justice, and I hope that they do find out the truth about their son.
I pray for the truth to come out about
we
what
know
happened
the
to my
truth,
son.
Brandon. You already said it.
Now, there's lots more. These interviews were extensive. No lawyers present, no parents present. We plan to have a lot of all new excerpts coming up on Channel 2 Action News at 6, including both Bell brothers talking about federal search warrants executed at their residences in recent weeks and what searchers may have been after. For now, I'm live outside FBI Atlanta headquarters in DeKalb County. Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
From these interviews that you obtained, Mark, to some of the details in the case, so much in here is unusual.
Okay. All right, guys. So, I want to know you guys' opinion. comparing those two voices together. Allegedly, this is my channel. This is my opinion. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Who does that sound like on that confession? Should I play it again? Let's play it one more time, y'all. Y'all know auntie. I'm in the middle. You know, I'm not ghetto and I don't have a proper language, but I can speak both. I'm very talented. I know when to speak proper. Ryan Pipelo. Who are you, Ryan Pipelo? You heard what my boy said. They had nothing to do with the death. Who are you? You want to? Let me drop the link for you.
Matter of fact,
because see, you're in the comments popping your shit, but I need you to come on the panel and pop it.
I
Who
seen
your boy?
I seen him on one of the on the Valdosta page,
and it's not the real Coach Pipelo. His name is Philip Pipelo.
You'll never know.
Yeah,
they
right.
Ain't gonna put their real names on there and stuff like that.
We're gonna always we're gonna always drop the link. We're gonna drop the link. Come up on the panel. Speak your piece. Hit the link. Because we don't have any fear in KJ's army. But the fact that you were in the comments talking about your boy, what boys? Who you talking about? Are you Ricky Bell? Are you Ricky nephew? Was that Ricky Bell?
Yeah. Ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling.
Ricky, come on the panel. Hit the link. I'm sorry for screaming, y'all, but this shit right here is hilarious. I'm sorry for cussing to all my Christian family members. Hit the link, though. We ain't got time for you being a commentator. What boys are innocent?
Yeah, my boys are innocent. Leave them alone. I love my boy. No, I ain't
he ain't nobody. He lying. Hit the link. Ryan Pipelo, thank you for the show. Hit the link with your scary ass. Hit the link.
I think I done commented against with him before.
He needs to hit the link. If you're not gonna hit the link, then I'm gonna ask my moderators to get you up out of here. Archangel, you know what to do. Time them out for 24 hours. We ain't got time for that. Patricia Blair.
You come back in 24 hours.
Come back in 24 hours.
Go stand in the corner.
Archangel, zoom. Get him. Zap him up out of here. He ain't got nothing to say. I ain't hitting no deal. I know you not. You ain't hitting no link. You ain't hitting no truth. You ain't hitting no nothing. You're on the wrong panel and the wrong page. I
actually want them to stay on here.
I do. I want them to hit the link.
Let them stay on here. Don't take them out yet.
Quentin, he's on Facebook, child. He's on Facebook, bro. He ain't talking about nothing. Not talking about my boys are innocent. Who? And he ain't gonna hit no Dame link, whatever that is. What's a Dame link? I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's get back to the conversation. Didn't it sound like him, y'all? Put a 1 in the chat if the recorded confession sounded allegedly like Brandon Bell. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if it didn't.
Keep him on, Michael. Don't take him out. Let him stay and enjoy the show.
Archangel, he's on Facebook, baby. Don't worry about it. I got him if I need to take him out. He's on Facebook. And you're not on my Facebook. You need to be on the Facebook so I can make you a moderator. And Jay, you need a comment so I can make you one. But anyway, we know that's what it was. We can tell. Let me see.
Run it back.
Run it back. All right, let's do it. Let's do this very, very, very closely.
You know what I'm saying, Quentin? Let them stay. Let them enjoy the show, man.
And welcome.
I'm glad to be able to pull you out of that Valdosta page and enjoy the show, man.
They shaking. They mad. We don't care because we're not scared. Oh well, it is what it is.
Oh, I didn't even realize my camera wasn't on.
It's all right. Bad. Let's listen to the confession one more time.
Anyways, Should have never done that shit to him, man. I was young and stupid, man. Kendrick didn't deserve it.
Brandon, shut the hell up. Brandon, shut the hell up.
They're gonna catch me, man.
They're gonna catch me, Brian. Yeah, they are. We are.
Anyways, should have never done that shit to him, man. I was young and stupid, man. Kendrick didn't deserve it.
Brandon, shut the hell up. Brandon, shut the hell up.
They're gonna catch me, man.
All right. So you guys heard it. We know, I know who they are talking about, and I'm pretty sure that you guys know. So what we're going to do next is we're going to get back into the photos. So what I have decided to do was to actually start. Let's start from the beginning. Let's just start from the beginning of the photos. Let's look at everything together. We are KJ's Army. We are basically detectives together. Right, nephew?
Well, it's definitely.
So let's see if Auntie remembers how. There they are. Nope. Okay, there they are. To get the crime scene photos.
Lee Hop is funny. Lee Hop is so funny.
That's my baby.
She funny.
She is funny. She's a channel member, by the way. And contrary to what everybody believes, that Auntie's begging for money on every live, which is a lie. You can be a channel member for $2.99. You will be green, stand out in green, just like that, and you will be you have a lot of perks, and it's only $2.99. Super chats are welcome. Super stickers are welcome. That's all to pay for, the tools that we need to build the videos that we create. Period. Point blank. I don't want to hear it. That is what it is. All right. So let's get into the videos. Wait a minute. Where are they? They're right here. Add storage, add storage, add storage, add storage, add storage. Remove. Okay. These are the crime scene videos. And I think that it's beneficial for us to look at these together.
Auntie.
Yes.
Want me to answer this question real quick?
Go ahead.
Quentin say, so what the officials did when they heard that confession?
Discredited.
That's the same. That's the same take. They were like, it was a fake and all that. That's the same. That's the same confession tape. Miss Jacket had. That's the same one, ain't it?
Yeah.
So they got their own person, and they so-called got their own person and said it was a fake. But we don't believe that.
We don't believe nothing they say.
They cover everything up, so they're gonna cover that up.
Yes, they are. Where that coming from? I don't know how my phone did it, but absolutely, they discredited it. They didn't validate it. Their goal was to discredit it, and their goal was to make that person recant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
Yep, you're right, Quentin. Bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
That's all.
Exactly. All right, guys. So it's time because we have been on live for a little over an hour. We don't want to keep you guys past 2 hours. It is time for us to examine the crime scene photos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the beginning. Guys, you know when to ask me to stop, blow it up, or whatever. He's just taking pictures of the outside of the school. Hold on a second. I have a cat screaming in the background, getting on my nerves. Let me put on my little background music real quick. So this is just a picture of the outside of school. When I first saw this picture, I was wondering why is the sheriff has his door open. However, that's the person that's taking the picture. I believe that truck belongs to that person. Another angle of the school. Another angle of the school. Nothing out of the ordinary here. But I've been trying to figure out how did that pile of dirt that is mentioned in the FBI report. Where did that come from? So we are looking for that as well. Let me know, nephew, if anybody has any questions while I am scrolling through this. Because I am not on the page looking.
See, you know what I've been thinking about?
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out if, okay, we know everything was staged and stuff like that.
Right.
I kind of feel like the scene was staged, but I also feel like those shoes possibly could be someone they trying to pin it on.
Could be.
Because I don't understand. They made the trips and they did all that just to leave their shoes right there.
You know what, nephew? That has crossed my mind so many times. Those orange, black, and gray shoes could have been staged. They're trying to pin it on somebody.
It don't make sense.
Not at all.
They wouldn't have left their own shoes there.
Mm-hmm. Right. I thought about that so many times. Guys, have you ever thought about that the gray, orange, and black shoes were actually left there to throw us off? I kind of think so. They were there to throw us off. But we have identified the ones that were in, the hallway walking. That was Brandon Bell. And allegedly, that was Clay Griffiths. Now, I only say allegedly because it hasn't been confirmed. But Brandon Bell admitted that was him walking in the hallway. And what's diabolical about the situation is we don't have timestamps. Since when does surveillance not have timestamps? Does that make sense to anybody? It doesn't.
When man puts the truth in the dog, we must cry out lying. Something. Bring down the walls of justice. So we must hit them with the palm down. We must break. We must start boycotting all the main stores.
Right. So what we're looking at is some parents picking up their kids, but a source says that the school was not shut down that day. They were on lockdown for a couple of hours, but they were not made to go home. But their parents voluntarily came and got them out of concern.
Quitting. You know what? They say all this time passed by. They probably been coming up with it, and that's the thing about discussing this is like a bittersweet type of thing.
Exactly.
It's good that we're putting it out there, but that's something I've actually mentioned that to Auntie about, like the stuff that we're saying, we could possibly be putting them on game, and they making up a plan for all the stuff that we coming up with now. You know what I'm saying? I mean that's very, very costly. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, it needs to be put out there, but at the same time, I don't know.
I'm gonna come on camera and I'm gonna explain this real quick because let's just talk about that real quick. Okay, so the evidence, the real true evidence not being put out there has given the cover-up power, right? You had people not paying attention to it, but the fact that we're putting the discrepancies in the covered up evidence out there is an awakening, right? And I do understand the risk is that they're able to create a defense, possibly based off what we have found. But we also have to think about the fact, how long has Kendrick's case went dormant before we, start putting this out there, right? It was just dormant. Nobody was talking about it. Everybody was gaslighting or deflecting. Is it a cover up? Is it a murder or is it an accident? We're putting out the raw evidence. This is not an accident. He was murdered or unalived or whatever, and we're proving it. So the latter is getting more attention than the earlier version. Does that make sense, nephew?
Mm-hmm.
And whoever asked, I think it's Quinn. Now, we don't put everything out there. Make no mistake about it. It's stuff that we have not talked about. It is pictures that we have not shown to the public. So everything is not being put out there. But what we're trying to do is to put enough evidence out there for one, Valdosta to wake up. You know, for years, 13 years, everybody said this was a race, bait crime. But let's bring this video up. Let's bring this video up. Can we really say that this is a racially motivated crime today? When we slow this video down, hold on, and witness people of our own color.
On January 10th, 2013,
this right here.
Kendrick Johnson walks into the Lowndes County High School gym, only to never be seen and heard from again. He disappeared without a trace. It was said that he walked into the gym alone, but that's not what the video evidence shows. On January 11th, 2013, Kendrick Johnson was found deceased in the gym at Lowndes County High School in a vertical standing, rolled-up gym mat upside down and head first. The kids notice Kendrick is approaching the gym.
Pay attention to the body
Then
language.
what happens next appears to be an item handed off to the Caucasian kid in the red shirt. The kid in all black walks away because he knows what is about to go down.
I'm watching them beckon
Next,
to a
the
guy
white
outside.
kid in the red shirt enters the gym right before Kendrick. Family, now I want you to watch it again.
Let's slow it down. We could clearly see that those black children in the hall were plotting as well against Kendrick Johnson. That's what split Valdosta. I'll stamp it, I'll stand on it. Pay attention to these kids. He handed something to the guy in the red shirt, who I believe is Matt Moody. Allegedly.
Next, the black kid in white shirt, shorts, and red backpack relays the message to the kid waiting in the bathroom and
He wasn't
said,
in the bathroom, he
"Come
came
on,
from outside, by
it's
the way.
about to go
I have
down."
to correct that.
The black
Kid
kid
in a
in
black
the
and white
striped
shirt
shirt
came
exits
from
the
outside.
bathroom, and the
Follow
last three
Kendrick
kids walked
the
into
gym.
the gym after Kendrick to either watch
Can
or
we really
participate.
say that this was a
Family,
racially
what do you think they handed
motivated
to the kid in
crime?
the red shirt?
We cannot. Because that's what they wanted Valdosta to believe. That's what split the community. It's a lie. That's what they put out, the race bait thing on purpose to split Valdosta. Look at it. We see it. Oh, God, absolutely, Lee Hop. I agree with you, baby. Everything that happened to Kendrick after he passed away was definitely racism. Absolutely, 100% racism. But the motive of the crime, I had posted their names, Ruth Dawes, was not. So it's two different crimes that we're speaking of, right? We're speaking of the actual unaliving of Kendrick Johnson. Racism wasn't a motive. Jealousy was. Hatred, jealousy, fear was. And then we're also speaking of the crime when that involves the cover up. You know what I'm saying? That was racism. That was pure racism. 2 crimes. I hope that makes sense. 2 crimes. The actual unaliving of Kendrick Johnson. The second crime is the cover up. First crime, we can clearly see multicultural kids, right, involved or plotting. Second crime, cover up, clearly has everything to do with his skin. And that's what they didn't want us to find out. That's why Valdosta is split. You have most of the white people, like I've always said, they believe that it's an accident because they're defending their race. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have black people that know that their children were also involved, their cousins or whatever, who are, because they know that their kids were involved or their family members involved. Once we can get through to Valdosta, that the first crime is 2 crimes, remember? Everybody needs to break it down. Everybody needs to put this on their status. 2 crimes. 1 child. The act of unaliving was not racism. It was jealousy, envy, and hate of who Kendrick was. He was good at everything he touched. He was handsome, right? He looked good. He played sports good. His grades were good. The second crime is the cover-up, allegedly. That was due to the color of his skin. I'm sorry, y'all. Color of his skin. Once Valdosta really, truly understands that, it's going to break the cover-up right open, guys. Wide open. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. What happened to Mary Turner was 100% racism. 100%. And the black kids were also jealous of Kendrick. Come on, nephew, you got something to say?
I'm all right. I'm just reading comments.
Okay. You guys want to still look at the photos? Let's get back to the photos. We've been on here a little over an hour. We got about 35 minutes left. I don't want to hold you past a couple of hours. So let's get back to the let me see. The crime scene photos. There we are. I hope you guys can see them. All right. Right here, you got Brandon Bell. You got 3 individuals in this photo. Let me see if I can blow it up. I think I blew it up as much as I can on StreamYard. You have Brian Bell. I know that for a fact. Allegedly, is Brian Bell. This right here could, with his hand, he's crying or whatever, and he's wiping his face. That can be either Matt Moody, whose family owns the Moody Air Base, by the way. Very rich family. The richest family in Valdosta. Right behind whoever this individual is with the striped shirt, you have another individual. That could also be either Clayton Griffiths or someone else on the wrestling team. I do know that Ryan Hall did not attend Lowndes High School at that time. He came after the fact. So who do you guys think this is? Not right here? Tan shirt, black shorts? Definitely Brian Bell. Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Right next to the broken window. Do you see the broken window over here? That the FBI didn't question because at that time that nobody knew the window was broken. And I had a source that told me that that window was never open. And no, it wasn't broken the day before. So who broke the window? And why was it broken? Lowndes County. I'm going to try to blow this up as much as I can. Brian Bell and whoever these two people, this is two people over here, are walking away. Another
picture of the school.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to. What we decided today, family, was that we would start from the beginning so that you guys can see all of the comments. I mean, all of the pictures. Sorry about that. We're gonna walk all the way through this crime scene. By the end of the week, we'll be through it. We all have to do this together. Listen, Quentin. He came up. His name came up. Moody is the one that's watching my page. Did you guys see the screenshots that I posted of Matthew Moody? Why is he watching my page? If he had nothing to do with this, why would he watch my page? You guys got to think about that. And I'm not saying that he has something to do with it. Everybody's innocent.
He's watching it for a reason, though.
He's watching it for a reason. So we have parents and students walking out to their cars. Nothing to see here. But the people that were Brian Bell and whoever the two friends were walked off. They're no longer in this photo. You guys tell me if you want me to stop and blow something up. I most certainly will. These are parents picking up their children. Even though school was still in session. You know, where's the camera footage of the outside of the building? The night of January the 10th, 2013. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what we need to view. We need to know who was there that night, because I have sources that said that emergency vehicles were at the school on January the 10th, 2013. That's the day that Kendrick went missing. Why were they there? Where's the footage to show us? We can clearly see that the footage, the cameras were there. Why not release it? Any questions, nephew? Any questions? Yes, ma'am, Kathy Ward, we will continue. There are people right now who were involved. The Spirit of the Lord is convicting them and disturbing their sleep. They will come forward. Amen. I receive. I believe I received that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is the biggest cover up I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, nephew and family, I call it the cover up of the century.
Because it runs deep. It runs deeper than people can imagine.
It's so deep. It most certainly is so deep. So all we're seeing now is people walking. If you guys see anything that you want me to blow up, please do.
Hey, Lakeisha.
Please say something. So we have the yellow table. Look like we have a teacher puking.
That's crazy. I ain't even seen.
Is that what she doing? It looks like that's what she's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though. Can't say it as a fact, but it looked like she's throwing up. So that, family, is the old gym, the outside of it. They have it all taped. When in reality, the whole school should have been a crime scene, if you ask me. Right? I know this is a little boring, but this part, but I felt as though you guys needed to see the whole crime scene from the beginning to the end. Because we're in this together. All of us. There's no I in team.
Let me see. At this point, yeah. No one has been arrested because everybody. When we say this is the biggest cover up, when I say it's the biggest cover up I've ever seen, it's because it's so many parties that's behind this to where the alleged murderers got backup. Everybody is playing a big part in this cover up. So
right.
That's all it basically is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. 100%. They think they got away with the perfect murder, but even the perfect murder was uncovered, right?
No.
We're not buying it. We're not buying none of this. See, okay. You see this guy right here?
Mm-hmm.
He has a GBI uniform on. This is what the GBI wore. This is not what the FBI wears. FBI wears plain clothing, by the way. So it was a picture that I found about 3 months ago that looked like Rick Bell, but I found out a couple of weeks later that it wasn't Rick Bell because those two people in the reflection, they were GBI agents, and I kind of cleaned up the photo and I corrected that about 3 months ago. I was like, hey, I know it looks like Rick Bell, but it's not Rick Bell because Rick Bell wasn't a part of the GBI. He was a FBI agent. So I just want to reiterate that blurry photo when I cleared it up was not Rick Bell. But make no mistakes about it, Rick Bell was on the scene. I always found this odd. It was a jacket sitting outside of the old gym. It just laying there. I always thought this was odd, but I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. So I wasn't sure what this meant or whose it belonged to. So there it is again. This dark jacket. All I'm going to say is we know that somebody named by the name of the last name Bell had on dark clothing that day, but I can't definitively say that it belonged to Brian. So
this was definitely sloppy, but I think a lot of things was rushed. But at the same time, I think they felt like it didn't matter because they had so many people in. You know what I'm saying? That they can put in their pocket, basically.
Right, I agree 1,000%.
It was just too sloppy. But like I say, they felt like they had them a little story and thought everybody just was gonna run with it.
Right, they really thought that the Johnsons was going to just accept it and not fight it. They chose the wrong family.
They came up with the most retarded story ever, though.
Exactly. Like, really, the hole in the mat is so small.
They came up with something that even if it was true, it's still unbelievable. Who is going to sit there and accept that? Come on, man.
Right. And what person is going to willingly go down in that mat when they know
anyway?
They can't fit in it?
That's something elementary school students to do.
Exactly.
Not nobody in high school.
I don't even think an elementary school person would do that. Honestly,
they'll do it just to be like playing, like they probably hide and go seek or something, trying to see if they can squeeze in us or something like that.
It's possible.
But
it's very much possible.
Definitely not no high school. I ain't going in no damn mat like that.
No. But as we can see, fam, we can see cameras all on the outside of the school. Let me show you. This is the entry from the outside to the old gym. Camera, boom. Camera, boom. Where's the footage?
We not going on mat. We're not going
to no mat. You got that right. We ain't going. We ain't going in. We ain't going to hit the mat. Oh, I love that song. But we're not. We're not. Like ever going inside of the mat. Not willingly. Okay.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Didn't nobody see him go in the mat though. Didn't nobody, and not one person say they saw him go in the mat, and it was people in the gym.
Mm-hmm. You guys remember Tay that was on the live a couple lives ago, who was in the gym in the lime green shirt? He said those yellow mats were not even there when Kendrick entered the gym. They were not there. So they didn't put those mats there until after the fact, right? I wonder where they hid Kendrick's body for real. I have sources to say they hid him in a locker, not a regular locker in the hallway, but a sports locker that is 6 feet tall. They had to put him somewhere.
Right, Travis. I don't even understand that. They always do that and use that dumb behind story, bro.
Right. They really think that we're stupid. They really think that we're just going to believe anything that they're saying.
But the reason I feel like they came up with the Matt story because going by how Kendrick looked it, they felt like, okay, we could put him upside down and just say all the blood rushed to him and then he swelled his face up and stuff. They tried it, you know what I'm saying? They tried it, but it still didn't sound right. That was the only. I see why they came up with the story, because that's probably the only thing they could put together on why his face was swollen, and you know what I'm saying, the blood and stuff like that. So,
right.
So I see what they was trying to do, but it still was lame. It was lame, and it was false.
Most definitely, because they didn't even think about the blood flow pattern.
They didn't think about all the other bruises on his body.
That as well, nephew.
It was more than just his face was swollen. It was all types of other stuff.
Right.
Then in his forehead that we discovered, like, come on, man.
Exactly. They wasn't anticipating us digging deeper or the Johnsons not standing down. Right? And this window right here, why is it broken from the inside out? And why doesn't the FBI report mention it? And why does the narrative report does mention it, but didn't mention that there was any test done on it? It's clearly open. And I can't blow it up as much as I want to, but it's broken. Like somebody kicked it from the inside out. Because it has two of these latches that keeps it, closed. They didn't care. They didn't care. Open window, kicked inside and out, which they notated it, but really didn't test it, fingerprints, DNA analysis, or anything. Because they already knew. All right. Any other questions? Let's see. We got any questions? You know what, Nico? 1,000%. They concealed his body somewhere. And somebody definitely said they hid him in the locker room. We can't put nothing past these people. And that's why we're asking the hard questions.
Yep, I believe that too. That's why they put the extra mats in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because Tay said those yellow mats were not there. When we see Tay in the video, we know he's there. He had the lime green shirt on. And he said those mats were not there. When Kendrick Johnson walked into the gym and the other kids were in the gym playing basketball, those mats were not there.
The shoes was behind him because they threw the shoes behind him.
Absolutely.
That was placed behind him. And that's the crazy part of the whole stage thing. Like y'all didn't think that we would question how in the hell shoes get behind his legs when he upside down stuck. Come on now.
Absolutely. 1000%.
Yeah, you definitely could tell he was beat.
Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. And stomped. Right? All right, let's take a close look at this window. You see the latch at the top? It's supposed to be identical right here. Close to the bottom. You see that it's missing? You see that it's missing? The latch that's supposed to be like close to the bottom, Jay.
You say what? I see the latch.
And you see the one that was supposed to be right here with these two holes was?
Mm-hmm.
They kicked this window in from inside out. It was broken. And I have a source that said that window was never broken before. This was either the entry or the exit to conceal the body, guys. Hey, Travis, listen, we according to other sources and people in comments, and I did confirm this, Hope was the publisher of the book. So it wasn't the name of the student, but they say that it was the publisher of the book. However, it's still weird.
It was the brand. It was the brand of the book. The book.
Right. But it still doesn't answer all of our questions, right? Who cares that it wasn't the brand? I mean, that wasn't the name. Whose book was it? Is the question. Did you do DNA analysis? Did you fingernail analysis? Whose book was it? Those are the important questions.
That's what I would like to see. The footage from the cameras on the outside.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because it ain't just cameras inside the school. It's cameras on the outside too, all around the school.
Release all the footage with the timestamps unedited. Because these kids are now in their 30s or late 20s. They're adults. There's no reason to conceal their identity. Release the unredacted reports and release the unedited footage so we can see clearly and not with blur who these children are. They're no longer children, right? Right, nephew?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're no longer children. Release it. And I petition the FBI to do so. There's the window again. Clearly broken. Missing the latch at the bottom. Kicked in from the inside. Remember, guys, that's the same window that we just saw Brian Bell, allegedly Clayton Griffiths, Matt Moody. But I still want to know where that damn pile of dirt came from. Look at the cameras. They all outside. You mean tell me they don't work either? They worked. I have a source that said that even the cameras in the gym worked. What is this little area? This has always concerned me as well. Why do you have chairs and desks and trash cans and all that outside? When I first saw this, I thought that there was blood at the tip right there by the trash can. I know you guys can't see me. Somebody said it wasn't blood. I can't blow it up any farther. That it most definitely looked like it's some blood on the tip of this desk right here by the trash can. You see what I'm talking about, nephew?
Mm-hmm.
But to say that it's blood without a shadow of a doubt, Auntie can't say that. But what I can say is that it's odd. You know, this whole area is odd. And this is right outside of the gym.
Nope, quitting. They didn't.
So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Guys, we're not going to be on here too much longer, about 15 minutes, because I know we all have to go to work. We'll pick up tomorrow or the next day, depends on how the co-producer feels. I'll stop it and we'll pick up tomorrow. And these little trailers out back, it's also something odd about this as well. It's a person that's sitting inside the trailer and that I can't identify. And the door is wide open. It's like that they're sitting and watching. And then there's a little kid walking past. He's on the cell phone. This area again looks strange to me. I did ask our forensic investigator on this pink chair, what was this? And she did say it looks like blood. You see the little dripping down on the pink chair? Do you see the pink chair, nephew?
Mm-hmm.
You see that spot? She said, well, yeah, that looks like blood. Because it's like draining out. But again, speculation. I'm not 100% positive. And
It's like it was that detention. They do like they like detention chairs.
Right? Why is it out there? And then if you look at the chair by the trash can, what is on the tip of that desk? It's red. It looks like blood. They hid his body somewhere, guys. They hid that baby. We're trying to figure out where. But again, where this trash can is, why is it like even positioned like that? Right at the tip of this chair with the desk that should have a top on it. It's reddish, brownish. Is that blood? I don't know.
Good night, Ruth.
Thank you so much for being here, Ruth. Come back tomorrow. And we love you. Nico, I'm praying. They need to release it.
Joshua, they claim that the cameras couldn't catch that part of the gym where he was at.
Right. And Mr. Gary, Brother Gary, I did. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was blood inside of the trash can as well.
I was about to say something about that too, but I didn't want to say that.
No, we're here to discuss stuff. Now, everything that we say is alleged, but we're doing their jobs, the jobs that they didn't do. So it does look like blood.
It do.
It do. It looks like blood at the end of that tip, that iron, whatever that is, by the trash can. But because we love you too, Ruth, we love y'all. And see us tomorrow. We'll be back at 7:45 p.m. KJ's Army. You feel me? We won't stop, can't stop. No Diddy. Nico, actually, they didn't tear down the gym. I've learned from multiple sources that they actually renovated the gym. It's still there. And the area where Kendrick was found is actually a utility closet. And the old gym was remodeled to be the band room. So is this there? It's still there. They need to go spray luminol to get the blood spatter. Because we all know it's there. Justice is coming. That's why they mad. It ain't nothing they can do about it. Right, nephew?
Nothing.
This looks odd to me. Does it not look odd to you? This little area back here where they throwing out desks and chairs and trash cans and stuff that looks like it has blood on it. Don't it look odd? It looks odd to me. Did they test it? Hell no.
No, they didn't care to test it.
They didn't test it. But this is the back of the old gym. Very easy to hide Kendrick in the trash can. I don't know. We do know that according to Rick Bell's lawsuit, Kendrick's body was found on January the 10th, the day that he went missing at 1:30 p.m. That's what he put on a legal document. And that's not allegedly. Still cannot reconcile where the dirt came from. I'm sitting here and I'm looking for digged up dirt somewhere. And family, it's 9:35, so we're not going to hold you guys too much longer because the majority of us have to go to work. I know.
Good night. Good night, Travis.
I know I do. So, what we're gonna do? Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead. We're gonna stop right now. And tomorrow, if you meet us tomorrow at 7:45, sorry,
7:45.
Auntie has a speech impediment, but yes, 7:45. We'll pick up where we left off. Okay, guys.
What time was the first 911 call made?
I have to go look at the report, but it's in the 10 a.m.-ish time on January 11th. But according to Bill Watson, 911, the coroner, in them said, "Oh my God, somebody sent me a cash out, not a cash out, but a super chat. Thank you so much, Barbara J." But
Barbara J don't play.
She's always blessing the channel because she truly understands that in order for me to make the videos, she knows that I have to pay for all these freaking tools.
Good night, Melody.
But anyway, guys, I love y'all. We'll be
Good
back.
night, Patricia.
Nephew, we're gonna be back tomorrow, 7:45.
Yeah, hopefully I can get into the studio and I can go ahead and record this song.
Nephew has a song, a powerful song for us, and I hope so as well. So we plan on being back tomorrow at 7:45 p.m. Please meet us back here. Thanks again, Barbara J. Thanks to everybody that decided to stop by and kick it with me, Auntie Leah, and Jay. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Kendrick Johnson forever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's justice. And justice is coming. Let's go ahead and we're going to play a song as we head out. Meet us tomorrow.
7:45.
Ooh, yeah. We'll be back. Thank you for kicking it with Jay.
Walk through them school doors.
Auntie
January 10th, nobody
Good night, y'all.
wasn't stuck. Bell rings loud, hallway echoes through the day. But a mother's worst nightmare was already on the way. Next morning in the gym, whisper still there. Students climbing back, something wasn't right there. Feet in the open, that silence in the room. Young life gone too soon inside that hollow tomb. Reports start writing, prints start moving fast, but the questions start rising when you study up the past. Face scrolling disfigured when they pulled him from the scene, but the autopsy conclusion said trauma wasn't seen. Truth don't hide, truth don't sleep. When the story got holes, the questions run deep. Let the truth speak. Let the truth rise. Justice don't sleep. We see with our eyes. Say his name alive. Let the world see. Kendrick Johnson. Oh, we still want the truth.
3 autopsies, 3 voices in the storm. Doctors reading evidence, trying to find a form. What said accident, position, no breast gone. Another said trauma till the date was wrong.
They said he walked into the gym alone that day, but the timeline question still won't fade away. When reports collide with what the pictures show, that's when truth seeker starts digging below. Matt rolled tight like a tunnel to the flow. How about it slide deeper when the space gets small inside record? Shoe in the mat, story told that way, but the pieces of the puzzle still don't line up today. And the mother still praying through the pain in the years, holding faith strong through the questions and the tears. Let the truth speak. Let the truth rise. Justice don't sleep. We see with eyes. Say his name alive. Let the world see. Yeah. Kendrick Johnson. We still want the truth. Heaven hears every mother cry, every prayer that fills the sky. Truth might walk a winding road, but the light will testify. Darkness shaking when the truth gets near. Justice moving when the people appear. Let the truth speak. Let the truth rise. Justice don't sleep. Say his name loud. Let the world see. Kendrick Johnson. Justice will be seen. God is speaking. 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 Yeah. Let the truth speak. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. 17 years old, walk through them school doors. January 10th, nobody knew what in store. Bell rings loud, hallway echoes through the day. But a mother's worst nightmare was already on the way. Next morning in the gym, bitch was still there. Students climbing back, something wasn't right.